Okay, so you know that moment at the end of the day when you finally unhook your bra and there's just this huge sigh of relief.
Oh, absolutely. That feeling.
Yeah, maybe your shoulders finally drop or you see those red marks again. Or maybe it's just freedom.
Liberation.
Right. And it's this thing, this garment we wear almost every single day, right?
Yeah.
Often without even thinking about it. But what if it's actually, well, doing more harm than good, especially as we get a bit older?
It's a really good question. And actually, the medical world is starting to look at this much more closely now. So for this deep dive, we're going to dig into, I think it's 12 medically backed signals your body might be sending you.
Little nudges.
Exactly, gentle nudges, saying, hey, maybe it's time to rethink this whole bra thing, particularly, say, after 65. And look, the goal isn't to just, tell everyone to ditch their bras entirely.
No.
It's more about understanding your body's own language, what it's telling you about comfort, posture, even things like lymphatic health and your mood.
And that's the really fascinating part, isn't it? Because our bodies do change as we age. They're always evolving. Our skin is different. Our muscle tone shifts. Even our rib cage might change shape slightly.
Right.
But so many of us just keep wearing the same styles of bras we've worn for, well, decades. We don't really stop to ask, does this actually work for my body now?
Precisely. And this isn't about fashion, is it? It's about biology. It's about comfort. And honestly, it's about looking after your long-term health.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's start with the basics. How does the body change in ways that affect how a bra fits and feels after 65?
Well, okay, think about your skin first. After 65, it naturally gets thinner, it's often drier, and it definitely loses some elasticity. Collagen production slows down.
Right.
And even the fatty tissue in the breasts themselves can shift, kind of redistribute. So all of that makes your skin much more susceptible to irritation.
Especially where the bra rubs, I guess.
Exactly. Those friction points under the bust, around the shoulders, under the arms. It's a different landscape for your skin than it was maybe 20 or 30 years ago.
And it's not just skin, is it? You mentioned muscle tone.
Yeah, that's a big one too. The muscles in your chest and back, the ones that provide natural support, they naturally lose some strength over time. And posture often tends to shift forward a little bit as we age.
Okay.
So if your bra doesn't fit quite right anymore, or maybe the design itself isn't suitable for those changes, it can actually pull your body further forward.
Oh, interesting. Creating tension.
Yes. Creating tension in your neck, your shoulders, your spine. It's like this unintended domino effect.
Wow. And that forward posture thing, does that connect to breathing too? I think I read something about that.
It absolutely does. That's a critical point. A lot of traditional bras, especially the ones with underwires or really tight bands.
Well, does it feel really restrictive?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They can physically limit how much your rib cage can expand when you breathe in.
So you take shallower breaths.
You're forced into shallower breathing, yeah, using mostly the upper chest. Now, combine that with the fact that our natural lung capacity tends to decrease a bit after 60 anyway.
Ah, okay.
And any extra compression becomes even more of an issue, especially if you already manage something like asthma or COPD. It can feel like you're constantly just taking half a breath.
That's huge. The idea that what I'm wearing could affect my actual breath. Wow. And you mentioned the lymphatic system too. How does that fit in?
Right. So the lymphatic system is like your body's internal drainage network. Super important for flushing out toxins, managing fluid balance.
Okay.
If your bra is too tight, particularly around the chest and under the arms, it can kind of act like a roadblock.
Like kinking a hose?
Exactly like kinking a hose. It slows down that vital flow. And over time, that restriction might contribute to things like swelling, tenderness, maybe even fluid getting trapped in the breast tissue itself.
Okay, that makes sense. And what about the emotional side? You touched on that briefly.
Yeah, I think this is really important and often overlooked. So many women we talk to, especially over 60, say they've worn bras for decades, almost out of obligation, Not necessarily because it felt good.
Society's expectation, maybe?
Partly that, partly habit. And there's this quiet power, this kind of liberation in finally choosing what feels genuinely right for you right now in this chapter. Not just sticking to old rules or what you've always done. It's about listening to your own body.
Body wisdom. I like that. So the main takeaway here seems to be your body has changed, which is normal and okay.
Right.
But if your bra hasn't changed with it, you might be getting these signals.
Exactly. Subtle signals, maybe not so subtle signals. It's just about tuning in.
Okay, let's get specific then. Let's dive into those 12 clear signs that your bra might be, well, hurting more than it's helping. Where do we start?
Well, probably the most common, the most visible one is those persistent red marks or even deep indentations you see when you take the bra off.
Okay, but not just the faint lines that disappear quickly.
No, exactly. We're talking about proper grooves in your shoulders or really irritated red lines under the bust that stick around for hours, sometimes even days.
Wow, days.
Yeah, it can happen. And remember what we said about aging skin? Thinner, less elastic, less natural padding.
Yeah.
So that bra that felt okay at 40 might now feel like it's literally digging into you. And these marks aren't just ugly or uncomfortable, they're signs.
Signs of what?
Poor circulation, potentially pressure on nerves. They can definitely contribute to that long-term shoulder or back pain. It's your body basically shouting, hey, this isn't working.
Okay, so if your bra is leaving behind those kinds of marks day after day, that's a major clue. What's the fix?
Well, a good first step is often getting professionally remeasured. Sizes change.
Good point.
You could also look into wireless bras, maybe styles with wider padded straps, or honestly, just embrace some bra-free time at home. Give your skin a break.
Makes sense. Okay, what's sign number 2?
Number 2 is related to skin, but slightly different. Ongoing skin irritation or even rashes, specifically under the bust.
That fold area.
Exactly, the inframammary fold. It can start as just redness, but it can turn into itching, burning, sometimes even peeling the skin.
Why is that area so prone to problems?
Well, think about it. It's warm, it's often moist, and there's very little air getting in there.
Right.
Add a snug bra rubbing against it constantly, and you've got the perfect storm for friction, sweat buildup, even bacteria. Doctors often see things like intertrigo there, that's the rash from skin rubbing on skin, or even fungal infections like candida.
Oh, lovely.
Not pleasant. And here's the kicker. Post-menopause, skin is often thinner, more delicate, it heals slower. And sometimes sweat can actually become, believe it or not, stickier.
Stickier? Really?
Yeah, so irritation can happen faster and last longer. These aren't just minor annoyances. They can really impact your daily comfort.
Okay, so if that sounds familiar to you, what should you do?
Definitely look for bras made from breathable fabrics. Cotton, bamboo, those are great choices. Try to avoid tight underwires that trap moisture right in that fold.
And maybe go bras at home again.
Absolutely. Or switch to a really soft, loose camisole. Anything to give that skin some air.
Got it. Okay, sign number 3.
This one's huge and often gets blamed on just getting older, everyday shoulder, neck, or back pain that might actually be linked to your bra.
So like chronic tension in the upper back, tight neck, shoulders kind of rounding forward.
Exactly, that cluster of symptoms. Remember the posture changes we talked about. Muscles losing some strength, tendency to lean forward.
Yeah.
Now add tight bra straps constantly pulling down on your shoulders, or a back band that rides up or digs in. Your whole upper body has to compensate in ways it shouldn't.
Especially with a fuller bust, I imagine.
Oh, absolutely. Gravity's already doing its thing. A poorly fitting bra doesn't truly support that weight effectively. It often just shifts it around, making your neck work harder, your shoulders round more, your spine strain. Physical therapists, chiropractors, they see this connection all the time, especially if you're wearing the bra for 10, 12 hours a day.
So it's not just age. It could literally be the bra causing or worsening the pain.
It's very often a major contributing factor, yes.
What can help with that one?
Simple changes can a big difference. Switching to wider, padded straps helps distribute the pressure. Choosing bras with a broader back band gives more stable support.
Okay.
And for some people, honestly, just skipping the bra on days you're not doing much can bring noticeable relief. If your shoulders ache and your neck is tight by evening, take a closer look at your bra. It might be telling you something.
Good advice.
Oh.
All right, number 4. You mentioned breathing earlier.
Yes. Sign number 4 is that shallow breathing or feeling of chest tightness. Maybe you only really notice it when you take the bra off and suddenly you can take a deep breath.
That's sigh of relief again.
That's the one. It goes back to the mechanics. Traditional bras, especially with stiff underwires or tight bands, can literally restrict your rib cage's movement.
So your lungs can't fully expand.
Right. You end up relying on that shallower upper chest breathing instead of deeper belly breaths. And given that lung capacity naturally decreases a bit with age anyway.
It just adds another layer of restriction.
Exactly. It can make existing issues like asthma or COPD feel worse, or even just lead to feeling more fatigued because you're not getting optimal oxygen.
So if you often feel a bit short of breath, even just sitting, or notice a big difference when the bra comes off, that's a clue.
A powerful clue, yes. Maybe experiment. Try switching to wireless bras, or maybe those soft, stretchy bralettes. Something that supports gently without squeezing.
Or go braless at home and just Observe.
Yes, just notice how your breathing feels. He can be quite revealing.
Okay. Sign number 5.
Mhm.
This one sounds a bit worrying. Unexplained swelling. Where would you see that?
This might show up as puffiness near your armpits, maybe a general feeling of fullness in the upper part of the breast, or just a sense of tightness, heaviness, maybe a dull ache.
And this is linked to the lymphatic system again.
It is. Remember the kink in the hose analogy? A tight bra, especially around the chest and underarms, restricts that lymphatic flow. Fluid can back up. And since our circulation and lymphatic system tend to slow down a bit naturally as we age, a restrictive bra just makes it harder for the body to do its job efficiently.
Leading to inflammation or that puffy feeling.
Exactly. It interferes with your body's natural detox process. It's a quiet kind of interference, but it's there.
So how do you help that flow?
Try bras without underwires that press right into the tissue. Avoid styles with really tight side panels that dig into the underarm area. And again, if you're comfortable, going braless at home allows for totally free, natural lymph movement.
Makes sense. Okay, number 6 relates to sleep. Nighttime discomfort.
Yes, or specifically, wearing a bra to bed and finding it uncomfortable. Do you ever wake up feeling sore, maybe restless, or even just hot and sweaty under the bra area?
Maybe. Why is sleeping in a bra potentially problematic?
Well, sleep is when your body does its major repair work, right? Muscles need to relax completely, blood flow increases, and that lymphatic fluid needs to move freely, especially around the chest and underarms.
And a bra gets in the way of that.
Even a seemingly soft one can interfere. If you consistently wake up feeling tight across the chest or stiff around your ribs or shoulders, or you notice irritation from trapped sweat, the bra could be disrupting that natural overnight recovery.
So the ideal solution is?
Simplest is usually best here. Try sleeping braless. Let everything rest and reset. If you feel you really need some light support, look for a specific sleep bra. Something super loose, no underwire, minimal compression, breathable fabric like bamboo or cotton.
Good to know. Sleep is definitely precious.
Yeah.
Okay, number 7. This one feels very practical. Just troubling to put the bra on or take it off.
Yes, it sounds minor, but it's significant. Maybe reaching behind your back is harder now. Fastening those tiny hooks feels fiddly, or even just lifting your arms overhead is a strain.
Why does that happen?
It's often just a normal part of aging, some natural loss of flexibility in the shoulders, the upper spine. Or it could be related to conditions like arthritis or maybe a past injury like frozen shoulder.
That is frustrating.
It's more than frustrating. When a basic daily task like getting dressed becomes physically difficult or painful, it can really impact your mood, your energy, even your confidence. You deserve ease.
So if clasping that back hook feels like a battle.
It's a sign. Time to explore options that work with your body. Front closure bras are a game changer for many. Pullover bralettes eliminate hooks altogether. There are even adaptive bras designed specifically for people with limited mobility.
Lots of alternatives then. Okay, number 8 is going to surprise people, I think.
Yeah.
You're saying breasts might seem to sag more even with daily bra use.
This one definitely challenges what most of us have been told for years, doesn't it?
Totally. We thought bras prevented sagging.
Well, the thinking is evolving. Some research and observations suggest that wearing a highly supportive bra constantly, day in and day out, might actually weaken the natural support structures within the breast.
You mean like ligaments?
Exactly. Cooper's ligaments, they're like your body's built-in bra straps. And like any tissue, if it's not allowed to work naturally because it's constantly held up by an external structure,
It gets lazy.
it can lose tone, become dependent. So relying on that external support for 12, 16 hours a day could, ironically, lead to more sagging over the long term, not less, because the natural supports aren't getting engaged.
Wow, that's a mind bender. So what's the recommendation then?
It suggests incorporating some daily bra-free time might actually be beneficial to let those natural supports work. Also, gentle posture exercises, maybe some light chest strengthening.
I mean, you do wear a bra.
Maybe choose styles that offer gentle support without extreme lift or compression. Focus on comfort-wide bands, soft cups, breathable fabrics. Remember, some sagging is natural with age, but understanding this potential link empowers you to make different choices.
Really interesting. Okay, number 9. This isn't physical pain, but more of a feeling. Dreading putting a bra on.
Yes, that gut feeling. Maybe you just feel trapped or irritated or just off at the thought of it. Even if it technically fits okay, something inside just resists.
Is that just being fussy?
I don't think so at all. I think it's that body wisdom we talked about. As we age, our nervous system can become more sensitive to subtle discomforts. Tight fabrics, pokey wires, itchy seams, it all adds up.
Creates a low-level stress.
Exactly. And if your body consistently pushes back against something you wear daily, it's worth listening to. If putting on your bra starts your day with a feeling of tension, that can ripple outwards, affecting your posture, your mood, your energy.
So that feeling of dread is actually a valid signal.
Absolutely. It's your body saying, please, let me be comfortable today. And you have total permission to honor that. Maybe that means going braless at home, maybe switching to much softer options when you go out. Prioritizing softness over structure. If it feels like a burden, it's a sign.
Okay. Number 10 feels very common. You've lost or gained weight, and the bra just feels wrong.
Super common and often ignored. Maybe it rides up all the time now. Digs in where it didn't before, slides around, or just doesn't feel supportive anymore.
Why does this happen so often after 60?
Well, our bodies are always changing, aren't they? Hormonal shifts, maybe new medications, illness, even small lifestyle changes that can all affect weight and body shape.
And the bra doesn't automatically adjust.
Right. And if it hasn't changed along with your body, it's not just uncomfortable, it can cause actual problems. Too tight, you get the skin irritation, poor circulation, muscle tension. Too loose, no real support, maybe chafing from shifting fabric. Neither is good.
So weight change equals time for a bra reassessment.
Definitely. Getting remeasured is key. Maybe look for bras with adjustable features or ones made from really stretchy, forgiving fabrics. And be honest, it might be time to retire some old favorites that just don't fit your current shape. Your body isn't failing, it's just changing. Let your bra change with it.
Good perspective. Okay, number 11 is crucial for anyone who's gone through surgery.
Yes, absolutely critical. If you're recovering from any surgery involving the breasts, heart, shoulders, or upper chest area, your regular bra might be actively hindering your healing.
How so?
After surgery, everything's incredibly sensitive: skin, nerves, tissues. A standard bra, especially with underwire, tight bands, or those tricky back closures, can cause significant pain, increase swelling, maybe even slow down healing at incision sites.
And reaching back could be painful or risky.
Exactly. Plus, for people with pacemakers or after heart surgery, a tight band can be really problematic, even interfering with the device. Doctors almost always recommend specific post-surgical bras.
What makes them different?
Usually front closures for easy access, compression-free designs, especially after mastectomy or lumpectomy, seamless construction, super soft, breathable fabrics. They're designed for healing.
So during recovery, comfort and gentle support are paramount.
Absolutely. It's a time for healing, not for squeezing into something restrictive just to feel normal. Your recovery deserves ease and the right kind of support.
Makes total sense. All right, we're at number 12. And this one feels like the ultimate permission slip.
It really is. Sign number 12 is simply, you feel more comfortable without a bra. Full stop.
No marks, no pinching, no pressure, just
What?
ease, freedom, maybe even joy.
Yes. And this challenges that old idea that comfort is somehow secondary, something you sacrifice for appearance or proper support. If you reach a point where being braless just feels fundamentally better,
Listen to that feeling.
that's your body telling you its truth. So many women over 60 are saying this now. I didn't realize how much tension I was holding until I stopped. I feel lighter. I'm finally dressing for me. It's reclaiming your own bodily autonomy.
So it's not a rule, it's a choice. And comfort is a valid reason.
It's the reason, perhaps. Your comfort isn't debatable. If you feel better, freer, more authentically you without a bra, that is absolutely okay. You've earned the right to listen to your body and choose softness, flexibility, and freedom every single day.
That's really empowering. So, okay, maybe someone listening has recognized a few of these signs. They feel the discomfort, but maybe they're not quite ready to ditch bras altogether, especially out and about. What are the options?
That's a great point. And the good news is you don't have to choose between crippling discomfort and zero support. There are so many gentler, smarter alternatives now.
Like what? What should people look for?
Well, the obvious first step for many is the wireless bra. They offer light to medium support without any pokey wires digging in. They tend to move with your body better.
What makes a good wireless bra?
Look for wider straps if you need more shoulder comfort, soft cups, and definitely breathable fabrics. Cotton, bamboo, modal blends are good.
Okay, what else?
Bralettes. They've become so popular for a reason. They're often less structured, great for everyday comfort, especially just around the house or for quick errands. They feel more like comfortable loungewear.
Less like armor.
Exactly. And if you want just a tiny bit of support, maybe for sleeping or lounging, those sleep bras or leisure bras are fantastic. Usually seamless, super soft, stretchy, no fiddly closures. Just gentle containment.
I've seen camisoles with built-in shelf bras, too. Are they any good?
They can be great. They offer light lift and modesty without a tight band digging in. Good for layering or even wearing on their own in warmer weather.
And you mentioned post-surgery bras earlier. Could someone wear those even if they haven't had surgery?
Absolutely. Many women discover them post-surgery and then just keep wearing them because they are so comfortable. They're designed with softness, easy closures like front snaps or zippers, and wide, gentle bands. Comfort is the priority.
So lots of comfy options. And of course,
Going braless is always an option, especially at home. Think of it as a daily gift to your body, letting it breathe.
it sounds like maybe rotating is a good strategy, too.
Yes, many women find that works really well. Maybe a supportive wireless bar for days you're more active, a soft bralette for quieter days, and bra-free time in the evenings or weekends. It's about listening to what your body needs that day.
The key message really is, you get to define what support means now.
Exactly. Whether that's soft structure, a gentle bralette, or nothing at all, there's no single right answer. Just what feels good and right for you.
So wrapping this all up, after going through all these signs and the reasons behind them, what's the big picture?
I think the biggest takeaway is this. Your body isn't failing you. It's communicating with you with incredible wisdom, actually. And now, hopefully, you feel more equipped to listen to that communication.
It's not about decline, it's about evolution.
Beautifully put. Aging isn't about shrinking or hiding or trying to fit into old molds. It's really a journey towards becoming, ideally, a freer, wiser version of yourself, more in tune with what truly supports your well-being.
So whether it's that chronic backache, or the irritation, or just that overwhelming sigh of relief when the bra comes off.
Recognize that signal. It's not weakness. It's your body talking.
And it's okay to listen. It's okay to change things.
Absolutely. You are allowed to change your mind, change your habits, change your wardrobe. Choosing comfort isn't letting yourself go. It's actually the opposite. It's showing up for yourself right here, right now, with kindness and awareness.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
It does. And maybe a good question for everyone listening is, what changes, maybe small ones, have you already made in your wardrobe or just your daily routine that have brought you more comfort or confidence as you've gotten older?
Something to reflect on. This is your body, your life.
Your freedom. Embrace it gently.